Hi, good morning, everyone. Meet the Money Honey here. It is February 5th, 2025, and I wanted to talk about what my theory is on what's happening with the markets. We are looking at Bitcoin. I'm on the smaller time frame, I'm on the 15-minute chart, and we are up slightly, roughly $500 on Bitcoin. We have been ranging and recovered some after the major sell-off we had a couple of days ago. But I wanted to talk about something that's a little bit more interesting to me, the macro picture. If we take a look at futures, we're down on the Dow, down on the Nasdaq significantly, down on the S&P. And what has been the case is, really since I've been following Bitcoin, is we were more aligned with what the stock market was doing. So when you would see, the major tech stocks take a dip, you would also see Bitcoin take a dip. So, when the risk was coming off the table, then Bitcoin's risk would come off the table as well. But we're not seeing that now. We're seeing Bitcoin rise as the stock market falls. I also want to take a look at the dollar index. Um, and we're on the daily chart. It's the only one we can look at. All right, come back here to me. Sorry about that. I don't know what's happening. All right, so we're looking at the dollar index, and the dollar is falling. And really, what this means is that we're losing purchasing power. We're going to be getting a lot less for our dollar. We have been in a stronger dollar position, but now we're starting to fall. And this, to me, seems like Bitcoin may actually become more of a flight to safety. And, we're seeing a rotation out of the dollar into Bitcoin and away from equities. So this is what essentially Bitcoin was designed for. And, if you look at the crypto market as a whole, we're up. So this is really something that when you take a look at it and you look at it from that perspective, I do think that that's what's going on. Now, this is just my take. This is not financial advice. But historically, from what I've noticed in the past, is that it has been, closely correlated with the stock market, and it seems we're starting to decouple a little bit. If we do kind of zoom out on this thing, it looks like we're going to move probably over this 200 period moving average in the short term. And so when you get these bullish signals, they start on the lower time frames and then they light up in the larger time frames. I wouldn't imagine that we would get a bullish signal on the hourly chart until we move up a little bit further, and then our take profit targets will adjust. But we've hit it on the 15-minute, and you could kind of see if I drew. Oh gosh, my lines are going to give me heck again today. I got to figure out what's going on there. But if we drew, trying to see if we can discover a pattern here, this sort of looks like a bull flag to me. So my assumption, and if we took away the indicators and all this good stuff that gave us profit targets, is that we're gonna move through, bust out of this bull flag pattern, and move up to this resistance level, and then we'll get a signal on the daily chart. That is my prediction of what I see out of the tea leaves. But if you want to take some short-term trades, you can always go over, check your economic calendar to see what you've got coming out. It looks like we've got some news at 8:30. So I would say that if you were going to get into anything, probably you would want to wait until We've got all of the news cleared after 10, and then maybe we'll get more of a clear direction. But we can use our scanners to see what's going on in the markets today. Let me take out this, and we can see what's up the major indexes first. That's usually where I like to start. Make sure you click extended hours and then sort it. So we've got oh, Johnson Controls, biotech. So, I mean, check to see if there's news on these things first to see why they're moving. Could be earnings, significant news, but we've had quite a jump in Johnson Controls. So I suspect there's some positive news coming out of there today. But before you jump into it, looks like we've blasted through these targets on the short term. Wait for your ideal entry. We're probably going to fall back down to earth and then, watch to see if we hold and then continue. But you could also do some day trades on this as well. I do have a few presets that I like to use, my small caps or my gapper. Just make sure you sort for extended hours. Not a whole lot happening today. Let's see what kind of gappers we've got showing up, if that's going to be pretty much the same, I'm guessing. Extended hours, and then make sure you sort that as well. Yeah. So pretty much the same there. So looks like Johnson Controls might be, if we're going to do a short-term trade, our biggest bet. Also, I do like to play a momentum option trade on the SPY. So let's take a look at that. That's usually a good short-term trade as well, depending. So you want to get your 4 hour, let me reset my chart. Sorry about that. You want to get your previous day high, previous day low marked out on your calendar. So this is how I would do it. I'm on the daily chart. Let's mark the top of this calendar or top of this candle. Move it up there. All right. Now we go down to the smaller time frame. Reset my chart here. Sorry about that. All right, and you can see that we are dead in the middle of this range here. So that screams to me no trades yet, indecision and waiting for economic news to come out, and then we'll pick a direction. So my natural tendency when we're looking at these kinds of things, of course, the market has not opened. And if you look at the pre-market, we've gapped down. So we closed $2.44 higher yesterday, and we're already gapping down. Usually when you see one direction picked pre-market, that kind of gives you an idea of where these things might go. So before I took a long here at the bottom of this range, I would want to see this level hold to see if that's what's actually going to happen. Now, if we break through the bottom of this level, which was the previous day's low, then that means we're going lower. So we're probably going to head towards this pivot level of 596, possibly even lower to 592. That would be what I would, suspect is going to happen. Just depends. We don't know what's going to happen when the news comes out. But that's what I'll be looking for before I decide on whether I'm going to buy a put option, which means we're going short, or if this level is going to hold, meaning we'll hold the level. You'll see, hold and retest, and then we move up to the top of this range. So that's my game plan for the day. Again, not financial advice. If you do take any trades, please make sure that you put your stop losses in place. And happy trading. Thanks for joining me. If you guys would mind, please giving me a like and a subscribe. Leave your feedback for me in the comments. I love to see what everybody else is looking at. And if you have any suggestions for me, I am on Blue Sky, and I do like to post any pertinent news or information that I see there. You can get in contact with me there if you'd like as well. I am at Meech the Money Honey on Blue Sky, or at Meech MH. .bluesky.social. I'd love to hear from you. So thank you so much for joining me. Have a great day, everyone, and take care.